as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Straight ahead, Gibson. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Brissett going to move him around here. And now an audible here into something else. On first down, right back to Gibson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 48 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys, nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Going to 53.
Prescott now on second down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for the Cowboys.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Prescott to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is caught. It's close. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
Hey, kill! 47. They were going to 53. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 91 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
14, Cowboys 0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 14, Cowboys 0.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Lamb will go in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
They were going 53.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he is going to have a Commanders first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Brissett now. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lefty. Go.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Kill.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Gibson again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Don't worry.
Now Brissett. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Once more, Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 18. That's good.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2nd and 10.
Hey, go.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 28. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
They'll run with Gibson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Go.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A second down throw for Brissett. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Kill.
And it's 3rd down.
Go.
To throw, Brissett. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Hey, kill. Go.
Throwing, Brissett. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And again, it's Prescott. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. To the air again, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Here we go.
They'll throw again. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. One last shot now for Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Gun. Hey, 47.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Hey, go.
Throwing. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof.